some battles. Continuing on with the ranked random. We are the Mage. With a Scholar Bag, start a battle, gain 5 mana. Items inside have a 30% chance to duplicate mana they gain, 50% chance to protect our mana from removal. So we are going to buy you, and we are going to make a torch. We start with Blueberries, which is huge. We start with Amulet of Alchemy. Start a battle, we gain 3 random buffs. Potion consumed, 70% chance to repeat its effect after 2.5 seconds. That could be mana. So that gets kept in there. I think, crazy enough, we're going to buy armor right off the bat and a piggy bank. Do you hit anything else? You hit the armor. So you want to go there instead. You can go in there and you can go here. Yep, that's fine. Let's roll once or twice. Bag space important. Once again, I wanted to find a Wand of Equilibrium. Didn't find it. I wanted to find a magic book for dummies as well. Didn't find it. So with 45 armor, I think we just win the first couple of games. I could be wrong. We could just lose. 3 buffs we got was a luck, a heat, and an empower, which means our sword's doing 2 to 4 damage. Your pan's doing 7 to 8. Fatigue set in. Yeah, we should win this, I think. Yeah, nice. Early armor, kind of big. We want this and this and this. Huge. We also want a mana potion. We've got the blueberries to make a mana potion, which means with the mana potion we can make a magic torch. And that's how we're going to play this. So, with 14 gold, we can basically buy everything. Let's move you up one. Let's put you there. Let's get the wand in. Let's put you here. Let's put the book in like so. And I think we are going to pay 4 more gold to buy bag space and send. Banana, chili, pan. I think we beat a pan. This has a 25% chance to gain 1 damage on hit, which is just proc 1. I was going to mouse over the whole fire, but you can see a +1 damage like there when it gains +1 damage, which is fine. We're gaining some buffs. We're about to hit 10 mana. Which now means we are going to start pumping in power. Maybe not, because we haven't gained 10 mana. Fair enough. We'll take the win there, that's fine. False life over everything else. Absolutely false life over everything else. A scroll? A scroll is nice. We don't need the stamina. We don't need to spend the mana to gain the stamina. So you go... we're going to have to sort bags a little bit. Actually, just there and there. You go here. So this goes 10% faster, and... Wait, it doesn't go 10% faster. This has a 10% chance for books and spells to be on sale, okay? Every 5 seconds we use a mana to gain 8 max health, +3 for each scroll, or spell, whatever you want to call it. Crafted spells count twice, so it's not a crafted one, so we're only going to gain +3. So we're going to gain 11 max health every time this fires. A shell would be nice for Shelly, but I'm actually, for a change, not going to go for Shelly. Because we want mana potion or a health potion to turn to a mana potion, to turn into a magic torch. Bag space, kind of important. I'm going to roll past it. There's another book, so you go here, food goes there, star goes down. And now you're both hitting a scroll, so that's 22 max health we're gaining every 5 seconds. You're hitting everything you can. That gives us 2 extra or 4 extra max life because it gives 2 max life for each star item. Don't need any of this. We have 2 gold remaining. I'm actually going to lock the bag and send. We're going to keep the 2 gold. Double book with blueberries. A hero sword, buckler, and a broom. With these 3 items going 14% faster. I think we win this. Because we're also overhealing because we start with 45 armor, which means we gain even more max health. We do need more mana gain though, because this is not pumping out in power. In fact, we need more mana gain because we're consuming more mana than we're gaining. These are every 4.9 seconds because we have a heat. So far so good, we're winning games. We'll buy the bag space, we'll roll past all this. Fanny pack would be really nice for both the books to go in. So we spin you around. Can we move everything right one? We can't move everything right one. That's a shame. So you come down. You are going to go there instead, I think. Piggy bank goes there. We lose some max health, but then both the books can go in a fanny pack. Like so. So now they're going 10% faster. Everything else is fine where it is. Yep. Alright, we don't need any of this, so we're going to roll past it. Another piggy bank could be nice. I don't think we need it. We're going to roll past it. There's another book on sale. Holy. So, Torch can go there. False Life can go there. Star can come down. We have another book. We really need more mana generation. We're going to have a lot of max health gain. We've got a bunch of armor, so False Life is going to be all the overheal gains max health. But we do need more mana. We'll lock the bag, we'll send. We could also mass healing herbs, to be fair, but... Start with 5 mana. 3 books is probably too much mana consumption compared to what we're gaining. Yeah, it is. So we'll lose all the mana now. Or maybe not. So at the 20... Well, the 17, 18... Yeah, 17, 18, 19 second mark, that is when these books stop giving us max health, basically, for a few seconds. We don't have enough mana for that. So there's the potion that we need. We need. We can afford all of it. So we buy you. We put you here. Better yet. How do we do this? Spin you around. Piggy goes there, False Life goes there, that goes there, you go in. Like that. Because if this does give us mana, it has a chance to duplicate. These 3 things are all giving us mana, or when they give us mana, sometimes they don't. We'll roll once more, see what we get. More bag space, important. We could also double up on armor, and then maybe start leaning towards ice armor and go frost. I'm going to lock that. And I'm going to send it. You could touch one more thing, right? We could put you there. No, we don't have backspace for that. Or we spin everything around, right? Kind of, but also kind of not. And I can't really be bothered to work out how we do that. So for now, you can just go there and you can just go there. That's fine. We lose 2 max health. It's not the end of the world. Alright, send it. Our weapon is significantly lacking at this point. Spike shield, that's going to hurt us more than we're going to hurt them. Double axe, an axe with a lamp, that is also going to hurt us quite a lot. So we really need to maintain loads of max health. We're getting plus 13 max health. Why? Oh, because we have this, which gives us 20% max health gain. We are currently winning, but your axe is going to start hitting me really hard. So unless we win in fatigue and draw, yep, we'll take it. Okay, we've now got a mana pot, so you can now go here. You can come out. We've gained another fanny pack. I think we're probably going to fanny pack here like so, and put both the ones in a fanny pack, so we gain more buffs quicker. I am going to gamba the amulet, I think. Yep, we're going to gamba that. Start of battle triggers 100% faster for 1 second. Refunds 25% of the buffs used. Not great. Not great. I mean, it could go there on the book, right? Because that way this triggers a bit quicker. It's not in a fanny pack. And it refunds 25% of the buffs used. So this is probably better on the one in a fanny pack. So every time this uses a buff, 25% chance to refund it. I would like to sell something to buy another wand. So is this where we sell the Amulet of Alchemy? Yeah, I think we get rid of you for 3 gold and we buy another wand and put you in. Okay, we keep these 2 locked down. We're now going to get a mana torch, which does what, sorry? Magic torch. On hit, we use a mana and this weapon and the star weapons gain +1 damage. And that's 2 weapons either side of it. So we do want more weapons. So again, we could go with Frostbite. We could go with Mana Thirst. If we see a Hungry Blade, we're probably going to buy it because it's very low costing stamina. If we turn it into one of the other weapons, we just gain 22 max health. Mana used, all health drops below 50%. We consume it and gain 4 mana and 18 max health, which is kind of big, to be fair. We do have more max health than they do, but we don't do any damage at all. So again, unless we win with more max health than they do and more healing than they do, we win to fatigue. We are looking... No, we're looking pretty bad now, unless we draw. Nope. So that's a shame, because it took us so long to get a decent weapon. We now have a good weapon, which is 3 to 6 damage. Use a mana, we gain damage. But it's such, like, slow ramping. So there's a 1.4 second cooldown. The scroll's ginormous, and we can turn these scrolls into a lantern berry, which gives our buffs a 20% chance to protect them from removal. And every 2.3 seconds, we use a mana to cleanse 3 debuffs, and if we have no debuffs, we gain a luck and a rejuvenation. Kind of big, kind of important. So here, we'd bring the star out, would put you, I think you go on the weapon. So it refunds the mana used, and then we can put the scroll here. So you gain double, and then we don't craft the scroll just yet. I think we do that for the time being. Star can come down again. We can buy this arm. I was going to say buy this and get the armor in the 4 slot, but we can just move that up there, buy the armor and get it in a 6 slot. Don't need Happy Bomb. Use all your buffs. Your opponent takes +4 damage for each buff used. Deal 30 magic damage. I mean, this could make them take a lot of damage after 12 seconds. We'll lock it for now. We're not really gaining a lot of buffs at this point in time. And if we want to ramp in power, this basically makes us start again after 12 seconds. So I don't think we want this right now. If we had a cupcake staff and loads of other buffs giving us, or loads of other items giving us loads of buffs, this would be beneficial. But right now it's not beneficial. Yeah, I think this is looking alright. You use a mana. The bag duplicates mana. That's fine. Doesn't matter. We'll roll once past the thingy-majiggy. Potion for Shelly if we wanted it. We could make another magic torch, you know. Well, we can't because we're not going to get a common sword now. There's a Hungry Blade. We want this. And then we either want to make Mana Thirst or we want to make Frostbite. I think we want to make Mana Thirst. I think that's what we want. So we need a Mana Orb. So we'll send. This is going to go here next turn. We get rid of the piggy bank. Double axe with a crow. Oh, you've got Bag of Giving. That's why. You've got crazy items. Red Orchid Collar. Means you've got 9% lifesteal. 0 crit chance though, which is fine. The crit chance is the scary thing. Although you are gaining quite a lot of lifesteal. Yeah, I think we just die into it. So, yeah. Okay, so our weapon still sucks. So this is where we start losing some games. Battle Mage, this is where the bomb would have been really good because we just gain loads of buffs every 3 seconds. So we'd gain 20 random buffs if it was not in a fanny pack, and then the bomb explodes and we kill them, but we didn't get the bomb, so there's no point grabbing that. All these items don't really work for us right now. Nothing works for us. We could go Rainbow Potion. We don't have any staves. 20 buffs used, consume this and trigger potions. I don't think any of these subclasses work for our current build, I'm not going to lie. Invulnerability could be nice. We could get the Shiny Mantle and run a Shiny Mantle build, but we have no gemstones, so that kind of doesn't work. If we had gemstones, this would be beneficial. Spirit Battle, start a battle, reduce damage taken by 30% for 2 seconds, 1 second for each distinct pet. We don't have any pets. After 5 seconds, we gain 30% of our buffs. This could also work really nicely with the bomb. These 2 items could have gone very nicely with the bomb. Self-inflicted debuff. We're not inflicting any debuffs to ourselves. Deal 15% of your healing as magic damage. I have no idea what's good here. I guess Water Elemental. Because you're a weapon, and it means we can ramp you. There's the Mana Orb for the Hungry Blade. You're also a 0 stamina cost weapon. So we buy the Hungry Blade, we buy the Mana Orb. I would like the Fanny Pack. Use a mana to gain a rejuvenation heal for 12. Not the worst thing in the world. That doesn't turn into anything. You turn into a Null Blade. You also turn into a Death Lotus. Death Lotus is nuts, so we want you, and we want to turn you into a Death Lotus. You're also a spell, which is a crafted spell, which means that doubles up on the max health gain. So, how would we do this? You gain mana, you will gain mana. So right now you don't need to be in the mana bag, but you will eventually want to be in the mana bag. So, We need you to also hit the blade. Like that, I guess. Like that, I guess. You can go on false life for the first second, so you trigger 100% faster, I guess, just so we pump out more max health, more healing. Or we can put it on this fella. You're not hitting anything of importance. You can only hit a scroll right now, so that doesn't matter. Piggy bank can go back in, and then we've got armor that we don't really need, so I think we sell this for 4 and we grab a fanny pack. And then I'm gonna say we double fanny here. Like so. Like so. You want to be in the bag, gaining more mana. So ideally, you probably want to go here. That scroll comes out. Oh, we don't really have bag space for this. Armor can go there. You can go here. Book can go like that. Book can go like that. Book can go here. You don't hit anything, right? Nope. Scroll goes there. Scroll goes there. That makes a lanternberry, but we don't want to make a lanternberry. That means you hit 2, you hit 1, you hit 1. Not the best. Piggy bank goes in, hits 1 thing. Yeah, this kind of works, I guess. I'm not very happy about it, but it kind of works. Let's send. See how we go. Oh, I've also not put you in the bag that gains mana, has a chance to duplicate the mana, so that was a misplay. You want to be in the corner of this bag. Mistakes have been made. It looks like we're still going to win, though. Yeah, okay, fine. We only used 10 mana. It's fine. Okay, bag space is important, so is that scroll. So we buy bag space, we bag space, bag space. You go back here. Scroll can probably go here, and then you can go here, right? So make a Death Lotus. You can go up and hit 2. Like that. So you hit 2, and you hit 2. We've only got 1 book in a fanny pack, though, which kind of sucks. So we spin you around, we spin you around. Piggy bank does not need to be hit by the mana orb. Neither does... that's fine like that. Again, this needs to ideally be in the mana bag. Oh, and this didn't craft? Did we mess that up? Did we mess up Mana Thirst? I think we messed up making Mana Thirst. That's annoying. We should have a Mana Thirst now. I messed that up. Alright. It is what it is. We don't need boots. We don't need Nico. We don't need a trombone, whatever it is. So this is where we could now get a Frosty Scroll and make a mirror. Reflect debuffs. After 6 seconds gain 30% of our buffs. Doesn't that coincide with something else? No, because we didn't get the item that gives us 80% of our buffs or whatever it was. This could also be good, though. To make a cold mirror. 20% chance to reflect debuffs is huge, and after 6 seconds gain 30% of our buffs is also pretty big. It means that these 3 dudes are going to start ramping in power more, which means we deal more damage. I think we move these 2 down 1, and we buy you and put you here. We don't want to make a lanternberry, and we need to move these down like that. So you make a Death Lotus, you make a lanternberry. You hit 1, you hit 2, you hit 1. Not very good. Unless we put you here, and then the book can go there. So 3, 2, and 1. We could also move this and put, no, it doesn't work. Like there, and then there. Right? 3, 2, and 2. Scrolls are merging, scrolls are merging. We've got all the things duplicating mana in the bag except you. But for now, I mean, you can go here next turn, basically. And then we'd spin you around. But you also want to be in the mana bag, so eventually we're going to have to put this here. 1 weapon one side, 1 weapon the other side, but we'll do that next turn once everything's crafted. Pretty good. We're looking pretty tight. I'm quite happy with the current build setup. Armor, some pets, some crit chance, big boy damage when we go below 30% health from the corrupted crystal. We don't seem to be dealing any damage again. No, we didn't seem to do anything this game. Okay. Okay. Not a good loss. There's the Death Lotus. There's the Cold Mirror, and there is Mana Thirst. I think Mana Mastery makes the most sense, because we're going to gain a crazy amount of mana. Yes, we're going to gain crazy amounts of mana, which means these three are going to stop pumping mana. They're just going to give us Empower and Rejuvenation or Luck. When we gain loads of mana, we deal loads of damage, so yeah, that makes a lot of sense. We'll also grab you, and we'll grab you. We'll roll. Don't think we care about using 10 health to gain 3 mana and inflict a blind. It is on sale. It is a mana item, and it's a dark item, which means you heal for more. I think we're going to grab that, and we're going to roll. Health pot, don't think we need it. We do need you for 6. We'd have to sell a singular item to get the mana orb, which we can't afford. So let's reorganize our bags. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so this is how we have the build. We accidentally sold our armor. I was trying to drag it into the storage, but I accidentally sold it. So we sold the armor and bought a mana orb. You're now hitting 4 things. You're not in the mana duplication bag, but that is okay. Although it probably would be better in the mana duplication bag. But for now, it's going to stay outside of that bag. When this procs, when we have 35 mana, we're going to gain 40 random buffs as opposed to 20 because we have the mana mastery. You're hitting 9 things, which means you go 100 and... No? Yeah, you go 180% faster. I thought it was going to be double that, but it's not. 180% faster, it goes 20 for each thing it's touching. So yeah, 180. Just have to double check that or triple check it. Lol, maths. You're hitting the only one thing you can hit. No, you can hit 2 things. So we could have put you like that. Which does what exactly? It gives it a 10% chance to gain +2 mana on hit. Not bothered about that. Hitting 1 thing. I would much rather it hit the mirror. Although, if we did this, we'd lose an activator on there. So no, I think this is better like that. So it goes 10% faster. Magic Torch is going to be buffing both the weapons. This on hit gains 2 mana. Has a chance to duplicate because it's in the Scholar Bag. It's also in 2 fanny packs, so it's actually going 30% faster. Because it's touching you, which makes it go 10% faster because it's a frost item, and then 2 fanny packs, 20% faster. When we use 10 mana overall, we heal for 10 on hit. 20, it gains 15 damage, and when we use 30, it inflicts 3 cold on hit. This is giving +1 damage every time it swings, 1.4 second cooldown. It's also going to go 100% faster and refund 25% of the buffs used. Mana Thirst, when we gain 30 mana, it deals or every 30 mana we gain, deals 10 damage of 100% lifesteal, +1 for each vampirism. We don't have any vampirism. We're using 10 health every 2.8 seconds, it's triggering 10% faster. And this is going to give us 3 mana and inflict a blind. We've got 3 buff sticks all buffing us. Mana Orb giving us mana. You're going incredibly fast, and this is going to give us 3 mana every, I'm going to say like 1.6 seconds. And then we've got a bunch of books using mana and giving us max health. Don't think we want the potion. Wouldn't mind the armor, seeing as we just sold our previous armor, and I also wouldn't mind more bag slots. But I don't think we care about that right now. Let's send. Have some coffee. You've got a crazy amount of goobs not doing anything correctly. How on earth is that a build? Insane, insane, cupcake goob, insane. I don't think we want a cupcake goob. I wouldn't mind a cupcake though. Not gonna lie. So this is now where we need to get this in somewhere. And I think if anywhere, we put it where the piggy bank is. Could also go there, I guess. Yeah, it could also go there. Either goes here and hits both weapons, or it goes there and hits 3. We're going to buy it regardless. 1.4 and a 2.8, or a 5 second 3.5 and a 2.8. think that's actually better to go there. We have a piggy bank. I'm going to sell it. I don't care about that anymore. Cupcake can go in. You can go here. Oh, you're not a food item or a nature item, so that doesn't actually matter. You can just go there. It's a very slow activator at 6 seconds. But the 1.4 is so fast, and we shouldn't have stamina problems, so I think that is better to go there. Yeah, it's better to go there. Cupcake's fine on its own. We've got another piggy bank. Don't care. I would like the armor. We're going to roll past it. Fanny pack, kind of big. What do we fanny pack? Nothing. Maybe the cupcake. Can't get it in. Yeah, we can't get that in. You don't need to go faster. So we can turn you around and you can go here. You can move up one. Wait, what am I doing? I was then going to put this in. Oh, yeah, of course, because you're going to come out one, right? You go back in. You go here. You go there. Perfect. We could make this go 10% faster, but I think that's fine the way it's going currently. Yes. Snowballs could be quite nice, just to basically put one here and one here, so you go 20% faster, and we reduce their max health, right? Because a snowball is your opponent gains 15% less maximum health from items, so just having 2 snowballs could be nice. So we'll reserve this, we'll keep this. Yeah, I think that's okay. Can we move everything right one? No. So if we got the armor in, we wouldn't really be able to do much with them snowballs, and I do want that armor. We can't really do anything with that. Maybe we don't want snowballs. Maybe we just want this armor instead. We could also turn it into moon armor. We'd lose a mana roll, however, but we would gain even more mana and reflect debuffs. And we're already reflecting, or have a chance to reflect debuffs. Let's send it. We'll keep this locked down. We don't need the snowballs anymore, though. Double goob. You're not hitting the... Oh, you are hitting the goob you need to be hitting. You've also got a lamp on this sword. We have just destroyed you, though. Okay. Badger, very important. But you only hit one thing, so you can go... You can go... Nowhere, I guess? You can just live up here. And not hit the one item you can hit. Yep, you're just going to live there in a fanny pack, that's fine. Every 4.2 seconds it uses the mana to gain 20 max health, plus 2 for each nature item. We ain't got none, we're about to get some blueberries though. Health drops below 50%, heal for 20% of our max health once. We are scaling max health, and we can only have one companion unless we get an item that gives us more. Blueberries make sense. Green scroll also makes sense, because we could get a lantern berry, or we could go with an ice flower. But I would like this armor, and we can't sell it. Or we have nothing to sell in order to do that, so that kind of sucks. You can come down one. Nope, I was wanting this to touch the blueberry, but that's not going to happen. You can go there, so both the food touches. You also want the blueberries as a 3.5 second activator, as opposed to a 6 second activator. And you've now got the badger as well. I think, if anything... No, we still want this on the wand, or the magic torch. So it has a 25% chance to refund its buffs. I think that's fine. We can't really move anything too far around because of bag space. I think we are going to buy this. We don't need it to touch a weapon. But going here or here means the badger gets an extra hit, so it gains plus 2 extra max health. This means it gains plus 2 mana, or a 10% chance to gain plus 2 mana, and this book now hits 2. As opposed to 1. I could also do that with it and move it down 1. Badger still hits, you still hit, you gain 2, you gain 1. Is exactly the same. It's fine. And then I guess we could buy some healing herbs to put up here, so you hit another thing. Starts with 2 rejuvenation. I think we're actually going to do that, as crazy as it is. And then we save the armor for next turn. We have 15 gold. Very small bag. How optimized is your bag? Let's find out as we get smashed. Holy. Nope, we won. Okay. So now... Oh, Charismatic Orb is ginormous. I think we want that. I think we want that very badly. We'd have to move some things around a little tiny bit. So you'd have to go there. You'd have to come up 1. You can go in the corner and still hit 2. No, you want to go there instead to hit 2. So you hit 2, you hit the 1, you hit 2. We could also move you down 1, right? No, you have to go there to hit 2, 2, 2. You come out a second. This goes in and goes here. That means we start with 8 mana. We inflict 2 random debuffs. Then every 8 seconds, we gain 1 of every type of buff, but you're turning into a charismatic wand, which means every 4.5 seconds, we gain 1 of every type of buff. If we have at least 20, 20, 20, we use 5 of whichever we have the most of, and we gain 5 in power, which is going to ramp our damage like crazy. You can now go here. Scroll goes here. You go here. Star goes in. We still want the armor. We're still going to put the armor over there somewhere. But once we've moved everything back the way it was. Although you are going to be the charismatic wand, because you've got a chance to duplicate your mana, and you're gaining mana every 4.5 seconds. Send. Darksaber, Timothy. Oh no, you're going to steal all my buffs. We already had 30 mana. Holy, our mana gain is nuts. Holy, we gained 60 something mana that game. What on earth? Mana. Gained. We gained 17 from Mana Thirst. We gained 16 from the Amulet of Energy. Wait, we gained 16. Oh, so that refunded 16 mana. Is that right? Because this gains 16 mana. Maybe this should be in the duplication mana bag. Yeah, hang on. This doesn't need to be duplicated. You can move up 1 and the mana and the amulet can go in there. 16%. Wait, what? How does that work? Sorry? Do we see the amulet gain any mana? We do. How did that gain 16 mana? Or did it? It gained... Wait, what? I don't understand this. How did this gain 16 mana? It doesn't look like it gains that much mana. Wait a second. We should put this on the mana orb. So when this uses 35 mana... Oh my goodness gracious. This doesn't need to hit anything. Buffs used. Refund 25% of the used buffs. This just applies to everything on the board. Start of battle. The star item triggers 100% faster for 1 second. Done. Passive. Whenever we use a buff, refund 25% of the buffs used. This 100% needs to move up, and this needs to go down 1. Holy moly, I've misread that. +3 to +16. Let's see if that's correct. So, you come out. This is where we need another fanny pack. We'll buy you for a second. You come down. Fanny pack goes like this. Oh, this is a nightmare. Hang on. You go here. You go up 1, so you're in double fanny pack and you're hitting both the weapons still. This goes here. So every time we use... Or every time the magic torch hits, it uses the mana. This can this just refunds anything. It doesn't matter. So this doesn't need to be specifically on the wand. So it could be here to make that go 100% faster, here to make that go 100% faster, or here. But it does need to be in this bag. What's better to go faster? Probably that, so it ramps damage. It's probably still fine like that. Yeah, alright. This changes things up a little bit. You still want to go there, but we don't really have space to put you there now, unless we just do this, and then fanny pack here. It means you're no longer in a fanny pack, so these two don't go 10% faster. Kinda sucks. And then we can put the badger here still, so it still hits 2 things and goes 10% faster. Healing herbs can go anywhere, it doesn't matter. We now need to move everything down 1. You spin around and go here, you go here. You go in 1. You go down 1, you spin around. You come out, you come out. Yeah, that's fine like that, it's fine like that. So you hit 2, you hit 1, I guess. Or do we spin you around? Does that... No, it doesn't matter. So that still works like this. Okay. Star can go back there. Healing herbs can go here. We got a single bag slot. Although... We could single bag slot there, get the mana roll back in. Badge is still going to have to go like here. Or here, it doesn't actually matter. And I was going to put the 4 slot here, which again, it doesn't actually matter. It still is the exact same thing. It just messes up our bags a little bit. Kind of not. That gives us enough room for armor. You don't technically need to hit light things. This and a green makes another Death Lotus. I think we should probably get another Death Lotus. So let's just reorganize our bags like so. This we buy, which means we're still not buying the armor just yet. You now probably want to touch dark things as well. We can't get you to hit both the dark things unless we put you here, which does work. It means the book's going to go faster, which I don't really care about the book going faster, but that's the play. We're making the book go faster, I guess. You can go here. Scroll goes in there to make a Death Lotus. You hit one, you hit one. You can now spin around. Ooh, no, you don't quite hit 3 things though still. How do we get you to hit 3 things? We spin these 2 around. Which means you hit 1 dark thing and you make this go faster, which is still fine. I'm still happy with that. Yeah, that's fine. You hit 3 things, you hit 3 things. Yeah, that's all good. This may still get me killed though, because we don't have that much healing. Vampirism and max health makes sense because we do gain 20% more maximum health, and for each vampirism you deal +1 damage, so we can buy you and you don't need to go anywhere in particular. I was going to put you here in a fanny pack, but you don't need to be in a fanny pack. It's fine, I guess. That's fine, that's fine. This amulet is actually completely broken. I didn't realise it was every single buff used, refund 25%. That is completely broken. Let's send it. Still got that armor locked down. Vampiric potion, couple of shellies, couple of weapons, squirrel stealing buffs, that's fine. How fast our mana gain is, man. Our mana gain is crazy. And once again, the mana gained, Amulet of Energy gained the most amount of energy. Or mana. It gained more than Mana Thirst, which is gaining 2 on hit. It gained more than Mana Mastery, which is gaining 3 mana every 1.44 seconds. It almost doubled it. So you are basically going, every like 0.8 seconds, you're gaining a mana, the Amulet of Energy. That is so powerful. Holy. The Mana Orbs gained 8 mana and 6 mana. And then this is just sat on 33 mana. This is so overpowered. Holy, how have I never seen this before? There's a second Death Lotus. Ginormous. I think we're going to put you here. We can't make it hit 3 things though. We can make 1 hit 3 things. We can make you hit 3 and you hit 2 because we need a dark item there. Unless we did that. No, that still doesn't work. So you're going to hit 3 things, you're going to hit 2. You're going to hit the more things because you're in the mana bag, which means you have a faster chance to duplicate mana. You're hitting 3 things, which means you plus 12 on your heal, so you're healing for 24. Star goes back in. I would like these 2. How would we do that? I would like both of these to hit these. But then you 2 need to be touching. All this dark stuff needs to be touching. Oh, and you're going 40% faster because these are crafted spells. Is this where we can... Oh, we can't even move everything up 1. So these don't gain +6 as a heal, because if we did this, they'll be hitting 2 things. No, this is fine as it is. You hit 2, you hit 3, you hit 3. You 2 don't do anything in particular well, I guess. And we still got 17 gold. I'm still going to keep... No, I'm going to unlock the armor now. We don't care about armor. Another mana orb. Ginormous. Where do we even put you? We could put it here. I mean, I know it hits the weapon twice. They don't seem to gain a lot of mana either, these things. But we could put it here. Just having them is really important because they're giving us so many more buffs. So we're going to buy that, obviously. I guess we buy the 4 slot and we can just dump it there, to be fair. So this goes even quicker. Not that it gains any mana compared to the rest of the board. You're still needing to be over here. Although, we could take you out and put you here now. You've lost healing herbs, so you go there instead. So you gain +4 max health on the generating. You can go up there, it's fine. You're still hitting 4 items, you're still hitting 4 items, you're hitting 3, but again, doesn't matter. And now we've got 2 books gaining more max life because of the cold mirror. And you don't hit anything, right? Oh, you hit the Wand of Equilibrium. The new wand. So ideally, you'd go there, right? No, you'd go down one, you'd go here. So we have a 2% chance extra to reflect buffs. Not great. Not the worst. We do that, we do that. Better yet, we move everything up one. Like so. You go back there. You go back there, I think. You go here. You go here. Lamp moves down one. Then we get 2 books over here like so. You can go up one as well. So now we've got 3 books hitting to gain +3 max health. And you're crafted, so they gain +6 max health. And this book can just literally go anywhere, it doesn't matter. It can go there so it hits at least one of these things. Yeah, okay, 6 gold remaining, let's roll. That's big. What do we do with you? Nothing. But we could buy it. And then we could just put it here. So the book gains more... Oh, it's also a frosty thing as well. So that actually does play into this quite nicely. So it gains 10% attack speed. You now hit 2 scrolls as well. Well, technically 3 because you're a crafted. So you're gaining +9 max health, which is pretty big. We'll reserve this. We don't need a mage hat. We don't need a box of riches. We don't need a walrus tusk. I do want the corrupted crystal though. Possibly in a weapon. Because we do seem to be doing crazy amount of damage. Let's send this. I think everything's looking good here. Yeah. Everything's hitting everything it needs to. You only hit the 2 things down there as well, but you're fine up here. Books are all hitting books. You're hitting the wand now. Yeah, everything's looking tight. Alright, let's send. Let's have some coffee. We didn't seem to ramp to like 35 mana immediately this game. Oh my goodness, we just demolish people. Again, Amulet of Energy gained 42 mana. That's insane. Damaged out, Mana Thirst did the most amount of damage because we're gaining so much plus mana that we're just hitting so much harder. Magic Torch was then second at 117, then Water Elemental, then Spikes. Crazy plus damage as well. Insane. Alright, we do want the bag space, but I don't think... Oh, you do fit places. Ooh, very nice. Very nice. You don't really fit anywhere, though, in particular. You can go there for now. Alright, we want the Corrupted Crystal. I think that is going to go in Mana Thirst, so it deals even more damage. Although, we could put it here, and then you gain 10% faster attack speed. I'm not really bothered. 4 life left. I don't think we need to use this. We don't need a mana part. We don't need a big boy health part, or do we? Health drops below 50%. Consumers heal for 24. Gain 3 rejuvenation and cleanse 4 poison. Nope. We roll past it all. Another cupcake is ginormous. So we're going to grab you and put you here. Wouldn't mind a heart container for the plus healing, to be completely honest, and the max health, which means we gain 120 max health because we have this that gives us 20% more maximum health. I also won't mind the banana to go here to hit both the cupcakes as well, so the cupcakes trigger faster. Which will work because we just put you here and then you here. Nope, that won't fit with the banana. The banana just doesn't fit. We'd have to move things around a little bit, but that's fine. This is looking all good. These two don't need to be touched by anything in particular. Because you're not a nature item, you're a dark... yeah, you're not a dark item, you're a vampiric item, so that's fine. Nothing needs to be touched by anything. Oh, I forget that this is like every item, so this is also a dark item. So this technically wants to be here. And you know what? I think we take this out, the mana duplication bag, the scholar bag, because we just don't need it. We just don't need it. So now you hit 4 and you hit 2. Which is still fine. And you still hit the mirror, which is also absolutely fine. Yeah, this is better like this because it's a dark item. Not to mention you could also be hitting this as well because it is a dark item. So we have lost +4 max heal on the false life. Unless we bring this up one. You go here. So you hit 3, you hit 2. Not great. And then you go here to hit 4. So you hit 4, you hit 2. I think that is better. Although that could go there and you could go there, right? So you hit 3, you hit 3. Is 3 and 3 better than 3 and 4? Let's say it is. Let's say 3 and 3 is just as good. And then you hit 4 items, so we're gaining more max health. You're hitting 2 scrolls. You're hitting 1. Frost could go there. You could still hit 2. Thinking of a way we could put in both of these. Maybe like that, and then you come out and go here. So you hit 2, you hit 2. These have lost an activator, but as we've seen, we don't care because these basically gain like 3 mana. They don't gain any mana at all. And then we keep this. And we get that in somehow. We'll figure that out next turn. Let's send it. Heat build. Kind of. Kind of a heat build. It's more of a dragon build, to be fair. Ooh, they're doing a lot of damage to me. But not enough. Not enough! So we got down to like half health, and then suddenly we had so many buffs. We used all 3 of our mana robes, which means we gained like 105 mana plus. Mana gained. We gained 147 total mana in 8.3 seconds. That is absurd. 150 mana in 8.3 seconds. So every swing of this was dealing an extra 10 damage. And when they're below 30% health, which they are, it deals 71 to 74 damage. Crazy. If we just like found the mana build to break all of things. Time Dilator. You and your opponent's weapons attack 30% slower, and every 1 second, your items with the highest cooldown trigger 6% faster. Nope. We nuke people to death instantly, so we don't need that. I don't even think we need an oil lamp, because this is only going to give it +2 damage and +10 accuracy if we're winning fights in 8 seconds. You also don't need to be anywhere in particular, right? Like, the mana orbs don't need to be touching anything. So we could bring the mirror down and put it here. We can take you out and put you anywhere. You both books can move down, so at least one touches the mirror. I would like that sideways, but that's not going to happen. And then we can put you here. Don't want a Heart of Darkness. We want to maintain the huge DPS when they drop below 30% health. I was going to buy a banana. I don't think we care. We can take this out and put a book here. So at least this gains 1 as opposed to 0 from being over there. You can go in, you can go in. We still have a spot here. Why? Oh, I guess because we moved everything up, didn't we? It's fine. You're hitting 3 things, you're hitting 4 things, you're hitting 3 things. Again, they don't need to be anywhere in particular because we just gain an absurd amount of mana. We don't need the banana either. We're going to roll past it. Need. Crazy. You're a dark item as well. We can't fit you in. Unless we did what? Unless we put blueberry here, that there, like so. We want this in the bag though. I mean, technically we can just put it there. take this out, and put you here. Oh, we don't have enough gold for that. I was going to say and put you right here. So more dark items hit. And then you'd also hit this book, which means you're hitting 3 books. Yeah, we'll figure that out next turn. Do we need to move everything around then for this? Not really, but it's fine. We'll do this for now. Yeah, I think that these don't need to be anywhere in particular. So we want all these items, so hopefully we can buy all of them next turn and fit them all in. We have enough bag space, we have enough slots available, we just need the bag space to fill them slots. So this is going to be a heavy DPS build, I guess, because they've also got a fancy fencing rapier. We've gained loads of buffs, that's the second one that's triggering. That's all 3 of our orbs triggered. Crazy. Insane. 10-second round, we gain 211 mana. This is bonkers. We could also make another one of these, Death Lotus. We can't get it in unless we put it up here, though. I think we probably want that, right? What do you make? Nothing important. Oh, we could make a Devouring Sphere, which is pretty good. It gives us more lifesteal. That is actually pretty good, because the Vampirism means that you deal more damage. Or we could make another one. We have 1 round left. We can't make anything. Alright, never mind. So you probably want to go here, right? Or like that. So we are going to start blinding ourselves, which might be not beneficial. Oh, yeah it is, because these have got 200% accuracy. Crazy. So that's fine as it is. I guess we don't need you. I guess we don't need anything. I would like another Wand of Equilibrium though. Can we get like a double 2 slotter? 4 slotter, you don't fit anywhere. Amulet. Armor. Can't fit you, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Let's roll again for a better bag slot. And again for a better bag slot. There's a better bag slot. Put it here. Amulet goes in. You go in. Oh, we can't afford you. No. Alright, well at least we start with 30 armor. That gives us a little bit of time to ramp, I guess. Final round. Do we want to go over the build? I think we probably should. We've got a Mana Thirst, we've got a Magic Torch, we've got a Water Elemental, all dealing damage. This gains mana, this uses mana, this uses... Sorry, when we gain 30 mana, it deals 10 damage with 100% lifesteal, plus 1 damage for each Vampirism. We only have a minor amount of Vampirism. We've got the Amulet of Energy, which basically, every time we use a buff, which is mana, we refund 25% of the used buff, basically, which is insane. It's also in a Scholar Bag, so it's going to be duplicating. I think that is how that works. It seems to work that way because we're gaining a crazy amount of mana. We're stripping 6 buffs from our opponent every 3.5 seconds, although you're hitting 4 and you're hitting 3 items. We can make both of these hit 4 if we move that Mana Orb out, right? No, you can hit 3 and you can hit 4 like so. You can hit 4, you can't hit 5 unless we spend these around a little bit. But you hit like that, I guess? We'd have to move you down, move you down. So you hit 4 things, you hit 3 things. You are making both False Life and the Death Lotus go 10% faster. Or the book. I think that's probably fine like that. And then you can go in. Jobs are good in. You hit 4 things. You hit 2, 4, 3, 2 things. And you're going 15% faster. Alright. The Mana Orbs, we don't need these placed anywhere in particular because the amount of mana we gain means they pop almost instantaneously. It's crazy. And then we've got loads of books giving us loads of max health. We've got the Heart Container also giving us max health. Let's send it. Ooh, this could be a struggling build. We also have 12% less healing. We've now got 3% increased healing. And we've won. Insane. Insane build. How much mana did we gain? We gained 148 mana in 9.3 seconds. 153 mana, sorry. What gave us the most amount of mana? Amulet of Energy gave us 38 mana. Because every time we use a buff, it refunds 25% of the buffs used, and then it has a 30% chance to duplicate the mana gained. 38 mana gained. Mana Thirst gave us 21. Mana Mastery gave us 9. Sorry, 19. And Mana Mastery is giving us 3 every 1.5 seconds. So this is giving us so much energy, or mana. It's unbelievable. And then obviously when all of these proc, which they all did proc, all the mana robes, we gained a bunch of extra buffs. Don't know if they were stripping buffs off me. Debuffs, cleanse 2 debuffs. Inflict the same debuff. Oh, you were stripping buffs off me with Mrs. Struggles. Because I was about to say, we should have gained 120 buffs. We're about there actually, we're about there. A bunch of debuffs, we weren't really cleansing our own debuffs. We had a mirror to reflect some debuffs, but overall, smashed it. This build is nuts. Crazy mana build. I did not see that being that good. Plus 16 in platinum, we'll take it. That's probably the most fun I've had in a mage build for quite some time.